Phoenix is one of the fastest growing cities in America, but it's also a city a lot of people move away from. For some, the heat and housing costs are just too much, while others, the jobs and the sunshine make it an easy yes. That's what I want to talk about today. The 5 biggest reasons people are leaving Phoenix and the 5 biggest reasons people are moving in. And hey, if you're thinking about making the move here, I have a free relocation guide linked in the description. It breaks down neighborhoods, schools, and job markets, things to do, and so much more. My team and I help families move here every week, and we'd be glad to help you too. Now let's get back to the video. Let's not sugarcoat this. Summers in Phoenix are intense. In 2024, the heat reached 110 degrees or hotter in 70 different days, more than triple the long-term average of around 21 days, making it the hottest year ever recorded in Phoenix. And yes, walking to your car in Phoenix in August can generally feel like stepping into an oven. But here's the flip side. Winter in Phoenix is truly unbelievable. While much of the country is wrestling with snow and cold, we enjoy mild, sunny winters. Daily highs in winters range from 60s to 70s. For retirees and snowbirds, this is paradise. And for remote workers who have flexibility to choose where to live, it feels like 9 months of a dream come true. So yes, the summer is rough, but for many, that punishing heat more than offset by mild winters and endless sunshine. Phoenix is undeniably a driving city. On average, its walk score is 41, which puts it firmly in the most car-dependent category. Most errands have to require a vehicle. If you've lived in pedestrian-friendly places like Chicago or New York, it can feel odd, even frustrating to have to drive to just grab a cup of coffee. But that said, there's a compelling upside, and it's all about space. Instead of paying a premium for a small condo, you can purchase a newer single-family home with a yard and a pool with plenty of room to grow. Sure, you may end up behind the wheel more often, but the payoff is arriving home to a neighborhood that genuinely feels like home. Arizona schools don't always get the best reputation. In fact, in 2024, only about 43% of students in Maricopa County passed their English assessment, and just 35% passed math. For families with kids, that's something you definitely notice, and for some, one of the reasons they decide to leave. But here's what I see on the other side. Families moving into Phoenix often tells me they're choosing their neighborhood based on schools. They'll look at places like Chandler and Gilbert and Scottsdale. And here's something else. Arizona has one of the largest charter and magnet school systems in the country. That means more options for parents that you'll find than a lot of other states. Schools like Basis Scottsdale, which is often ranked among the top high schools in the nation, are proof that you can find really strong programs if you do your homework. So yes, Arizona overall numbers don't look great on paper, but when families are intentional about where they move, they often find schools that they're really happy with. According to Zillow, Phoenix home prices jumped approximately 53% during February of 2020 and February of 2025. That's a massive leap that impacted longtime locals. Prices have cooled from the 2022 highs. Median home prices now range between $440,000 to $450,000. For example, Redfin median shows median sale price of $450,000 in July of 2025, which is up 2% year over year. But here's the bright side. Compared to coastal metros, Phoenix still offers tremendous value. In places like Los Angeles, San Francisco, median home prices sit well above $1 million, which makes Phoenix look a lot more reasonable in comparison. And don't forget, your dollar goes much further here. Property tax in Arizona tends to be lower than California, and utility costs are lighter. So while Phoenix isn't what it once was, it does remain a compelling option, especially for folks relocating from coastal cities or metros from places like Seattle or Denver. You know, I often hear people say Phoenix just doesn't feel like a city sometimes. They'll say it's spread out, nightlife doesn't hit like Austin or Denver. If you're craving that vibrant, walkable energy, Phoenix may not feel like home. And that's a fair take. But here's the other side. That same laid-back vibe is precisely why a lot of people move here. This place is family-focused. Think youth soccer, backyard barbecues, community block parties. That relaxed suburban comfort is the heartbeat of Phoenix. Now, if you're looking for more buzz, there's good news. It's out there. Downtown Phoenix has quietly built up solid scenes. Roosevelt Row and downtown Phoenix is bursting with murals, hip galleries, bars, and restaurants. And it comes alive on First Friday with the art walks and live music. So if you're looking for flashy nightlife, Phoenix might feel quieter compared to Austin or Denver, but if you want community, sunshine, and growing arts, the music scene in pockets, you are in the right place. So those are the big reasons people leave. But here's the interesting part. The same things that push people out are exactly what pull others in. Take jobs, for example. Companies are investing billions here. TSMC is building massive semiconductor fabs in North Phoenix. Amcor is dropping $2 billion on a new facility in Peoria. And healthcare and aerospace are all growing as well. That translates into thousands of jobs and a really strong economy. For a lot of people, that's reason enough to pack up and move here. Then there's the climate. Yes, we've talked about summers. They're brutal, but the other 9 months, they're incredible. Can you play golf in January, hike almost every weekend, and have dinner on the patio in February? For people moving from colder, snowier states, that lifestyle change is a game changer. Affordability is another big one. Now, I'll be the first to say, Phoenix isn't cheap anymore, but compared to California or Washington, it's it's still a bargain. Home costs less, property taxes are lower, and even electricity bills tend to be lighter. For families making the move from the coast, that difference in cost of living really matters. And don't forget, family-friendly commutes. Gilbert, Chandler, and Queen Creek. These places are booming, and it's not hard to see why. New homes, good schools, neighborhood parks, splash pads for kids. It's all designed for families. For people raising kids, those areas check a lot of boxes. And last but not least, there's choice. Phoenix is diverse politically, culturally, and socially. Some people come here because they like the conservative values in many of the suburbs, and others love the more progressive vibe downtown. The bottom line, whatever lifestyle you're looking for, you can probably find a corner of Phoenix that feels like home. So how do you know if Phoenix is the right place for you? Start by asking yourself a few simple questions. Can you handle the summer heat if it means nearly perfect winters? Do you care more about space, bigger homes, and backyards? Or do you need a walkable, high-energy city vibe? If you've got kids, are you willing to do a little research to find the school district or charter program that works best for you? And finally, how does your budget stack up to where you're living now? Look, Phoenix isn't perfect, and no city is, but for the right reason or the right person, it can be precisely what you're looking for: sunshine, space, and opportunity, and a community that fits your lifestyle. If you're serious about making the move here, grab my free Phoenix relocation guide. It's linked below. But if you're already house hunting, make sure you don't waste money on the wrong property. Watch this next video where I break down the types of homes you should never buy in Phoenix in 2025. You don't want to miss it, so click right here and I'll see you over there.